college football at its best, with next week being championship week, and most teams, including the ACC, the SEC, and the Pac-12, and the Big Ten, majority of the major big-time conferences having championship games, unlike ourselves in the Big 12 and in the American, most games are played on Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they're calling it Rivalry Week, and that's why there are so many of them, because of the holiday, and because there are so many rivalries that people want to see on TV. As far as starting the Big 12, as far as those rivalries are concerned, one of them, on Thursday, you can see one of them at 7:30 in the Big 12 at least, on Fox Sports 1, Texas Tech will be at Texas. I like the Raiders. I know they struggled, but I really think that Tech has one of those offenses that can make Texas worry a little bit. And so I think that's going to happen. On Saturday at 11 a.m. on Fox Sports 1 also, you can see the battle for Kansas. Kansas State is at Kansas on Fox Sports 1. I like K-State. I think Snyder's going to bounce back with a big win in Lawrence. Sorry. At 3:30, two of them in Big 12 play. Iowa State will be at West Virginia on Fox Sports 1. It is so hard to go up to West Virginia, and Iowa State doesn't have a Big 12 win. So I'm going with the smart pick. I'm going with West Virginia in the win. Also at 3:30, I'm going with the smart pick. Number 9 Baylor tries to bounce back after a hard-fought loss to OSU. After a loss to OSU, as number 9 Baylor is at TCU on ESPN2. I like Baylor in this matchup. The Tuesday night game I was telling you guys about, Western Michigan is at number 14 BCS ranked UNI, University of Northern Illinois on ESPN2. I like Northern Illinois in this matchup. The other Thursday game is also at 6 o'clock. It's number 24 Ole Miss at Mississippi State on ESPN. I like Mississippi State in this matchup. Mississippi State needs it to go to a bowl. Ole Miss doesn't necessarily need it. And it's a home game for Mississippi State, so I'm going with Mississippi State. Those Friday games I was telling you about, they kick off at 11 a.m. as the University of Iowa is at the University of Nebraska on ABC. I like Nebraska in this matchup. SMU is at Houston on ESPN2. I like Houston in this matchup. East Carolina is at Marshall on CBS Network. I like Marshall. And finally, on ESPN3.com on the online, you can see Toledo at Orchid. I like Toledo in this matchup. At 12 o'clock, you can see the Miami of Ohio at Ball State on ESPN3. I like Ball State. A little bit later at 2:30 on the U, you can see Bowling Green at Buffalo. I like Buffalo in this matchup on ESPNU. 1 o'clock on ESPN3, you can see the University of Massachusetts at Ohio. I like Ohio. Eastern Michigan will be at Central Michigan on ESPN3. I like Central Michigan. And Texas State will be at Troy at 1 o'clock on ESPN3. I like Troy. At 2 o'clock, Fox Sports 1 will have their next game as Florida International will be at Florida Atlantic. I like Florida Atlantic in this matchup. The 2:30 slates, it's pretty interesting ones. Arkansas will be at top 10 BCS-ranked LSU on CBS. I like LSU. Miami of Florida will be at Pittsburgh on ABC. I like Miami of Florida. And Washington State will be at Washington on Fox. I like Washington State. 3:30 p.m. on CBS Network, you can see Fresno, number 16th BCS ranked Fresno State, at San Jose State. I like Fresno State. At 6 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, the Oregon State University Beavers will be at the 13th ranked Oregon Ducks. I like Oregon. And finally, at 7 p.m. on ESPN, South Florida will be at 19th ranked Central Florida in the BCS. I like UCF. Saturday, the normal day for college football, gets started off once again at 11 a.m. with a couple of big ones. Big names, that is. Big names, big rivalry names. Like number 2, Florida State at Florida on ESPN. I like Florida State. Another one of those big names. This one is in conference rivalry. Number 3, the Ohio State University will be at Michigan on ABC. I like the Ohio State. Minnesota will be at Michigan State, number 11th in the BCS, and that will be on the Big Ten Network. I like MSU. They are ready for Ohio State. The Dukies, number 24th ranked in the nation, according to the BCS. And I'm not talking basketball here, baby. The Duke Blue Devils at University of North Carolina on ESPN2. I like Duke. On ESPNU, Rutgers is at the University of Connecticut. I like Rutgers. And finally, on the ESPN News game, you have Temple at Memphis. I like Memphis. At 11:21 a.m. in the morning, you can see Wake Forest at Vanderbilt on ESPN3. I like Vandy. At 11:30 a.m., Maryland will be at North Carolina State on ESPN3. I like Maryland. At 1 o'clock, there are 3 more games. Air Force will be at Colorado State on ESPN3. I like Colorado State. Colorado will be at Utah on the Pac-12 network. I like Utah. And South Alabama will be at Georgia State on ESPN3. I like Georgia State. At 2 p.m., BYU will be at Nevada on CBS Network. I like BYU. At 2:30 p.m., number 1, Alabama will be at number 4, Auburn on CBS. I like Alabama. Another one of those rivalry games. Penn State will be at 15th ranked BCS favorite, Wisconsin. The Badgers. I like Wisconsin. On ABC at the 2:30 matchup, another one of those non-conference rivalries. Georgia will be at Georgia Tech on ABC. I like Georgia Tech. Purdue will be at Indiana on the Pac-12 Big Pac-10 network. I like Indiana. Boston College will be at Syracuse on ESPN3. I like Syracuse. Virginia Tech will be at Virginia on ESPNU. I like Virginia Tech. And Northwestern will be at Illinois on the Big Ten network, and I like Illinois. At 3 p.m., Arkansas State will be at Western Kentucky on ESPN3. I like Arkansas State. At 6 p.m., number 6, Clemson will be at 10th ranked, according to the BCS, that is, South Carolina on ESPN2. I like South Carolina. Number 25, Notre Dame, according to the BCS, will be at number 8 in the BCS, Stanford on Fox. I like Stanford. University of Tennessee will be at Kentucky on ESPNU. I like Tennessee. And Louisiana Monroe will be at Louisiana Lafayette on ESPN3. I like Louisiana Lafayette. At the 6:45 kick, a couple of former Big 12ers. Number 21, Texas A&M. And Johnny Football will take on will be at number 5, BCS, ranked number 5, Missouri on ESPN. I like Missouri. The ABC game at 7 o'clock will be The battle for California. Number 22, Southern Cal will be at 23rd ranked UCLA on ABC. I like UCLA. At 8:30, another Pac-12 game. Arizona will be at number 12 in the BCS ranked Arizona State on the Pac-12 network. I like ASU. At 9:15, New Mexico State will be at Boise State on ESPN2. I like Boise State. And finally, the final ESPNU game will be on ESPNU. San Diego State will be at UNLV at 9:30. I like UNLV. This has been your picks for college football at its best. Everyone have a great college football rivalry weekend. See y'all championship weekend. Till then, take care, college football fans.